Hello, hello. Welcome back yet again to another edition of Have You Seen? And you have not seen me in a very long time. I think the last episode was in September. I apologize for that. We're going to be trying to rectify that going forward. I might be changing some other things, but we'll worry about that later. Today, I'm back with a special guest who may not be a guest for much longer. I'm joined by Latoya. Latoya, how you feeling today?
Need some intro music.
I actually have intro music that I don't have, but
well, I need sound effects, not intro music. I need.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
For every episode.
Yes. I want sound effects. I want to be able to drop bombs.
Are you a funk master flex?
No, it's just like noise.
We can budget for a soundboard.
Okay.
And then you can handle that.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good.
We'll put that on the agenda for the future. But it's long overdue for us to be back on this podcast. I think I hate making promises, but I want to say I believe we're going to be putting out at least an episode a month.
Okay, that's a huge promise.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, we're gonna do our best to be intentional, like we said, like we made set our goals to move intentionally and have intentionality in all spaces, all places.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I said one a month. That's the goal. If we can get 12 episodes, if we can get 10 episodes out, I'll be happy. We only did 5 last year. Or I only did 5, I should say. I'm not gonna put that on you. That's completely on me. But we're coming in hot. This isn't just a review. We're gonna be doing some lists, if you will. It started out as top 5 things we watched in 2024. I don't know what your list looks like at this point in time. Did you whittle it down to 5 movies or
no? I have 7. I have 7 because of the shows. Okay. Like the show list was so much more longer than the movie list because we saw a lot of movies, but the movies that actually spoke to me or stood out to me.
Okay.
Like I had to dig a little deeper, but the TV shows, like I had to shorten the list. Like that wasn't everything. So it was so hard.
Is it 10 total?
10 total? Yes.
Okay.
10. I mean, no. It's 14. I have 7. I have 7 shows and 7 movies.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't.
You gotta trim a couple off.
Sorry.
We're gonna see how this process goes. But the goal was top 5 movies, top 5 shows watched in 2024. And I'm gonna offer a little bit of grace to my co-host here because last year, and if some of you may know this already, I think I mentioned it on the Mavs Outsiders. So if you're listening there, you probably heard me mention this. As we were developing our relationship, we both made lists of our favorite movies, our favorite shows, and then we've spent some time over the past year or so going through and sharing those movies and shows with each other. So when we do these lists for the things we watched in 2024, it's not just going to be new stuff. It's going to be stuff that we introduced each other to. So like I'm giving her the hits. She's giving me her hits. And some of that stuff is going to end up on this list.
You called your hits the hits, and mine were just mine. But okay.
You know what? I mean, we will get into the details of the wording. I'm giving her my hits. She's giving me her hits.
Thank you.
And so some of the hits crossed over. Some of those hits were not 2024 releases, and they're going to be in these lists. I'm going to do my best to get you down to 10 total. But we're gonna see how the exercise plays out.
Okay, good luck.
Should we dive into that?
You want to do the list?
I want to take our turns. I want you name one, I name one. Who going first?
I can go first.
You want to go first? All right, let me pull up my list real quick.
It's easier to go first. It takes the pressure off.
Oh my gosh! All right.
Are you ready?
If you go, all right, go ahead. Movie or
I
show?
bet it's on yours.
Let's find out.
Show.
All right.
Shogun.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Talk about it.
What? I don't want to talk about
Talk
this.
about it. Why'd you like it?
It was a good show. Like, look, I'm not as versed as you are with the explanations. I just know it made me feel good.
Okay.
You know, like the scenes look real good. You know what I'm saying? Like
It was
the
well shot.
way, yes, it was well shot. The way the characters developed, or just understanding their motivations.
Okay.
And I think I could say that a lot about the shows that I chose. I'm very much into the way that people think. Um, background, what happened in their past, how they grew up, these monumental moments in their lives that kind of created the person that they become.
Okay.
And so there was a lot of that in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I can appreciate that because I just feel like that's I don't know, it feels relatable. Like even though, I've never gone to any Asian country, but being able to connect with characters despite the differences in background, the differences in age, gender, or whatever, and to be able to kind of empathize
Okay.
with their stories, I think is amazing. And to me, that's a presentation of good writing, good content.
You know what? I'm glad you're here to elevate the content of this
Oh
podcast
my God.
because Shogun is not actually on my list. I completely forgot it was 2024 release. And one of the best shows to come out, perhaps too good, because it was supposed to be a limited event, and now it is getting a second season, which is weird, but we're going to see how that plays out.
Right. I'm curious to
Are
see
you
how they're going to do that. Like,
are you excited about that? Are you nervous? Like, how you feeling?
okay, so typically when I see a show that's really, really good and I feel like it's told its story and I can walk away and be, fine with the story, like
Right,
and go back and watch. I would gladly go back and watch the series again.
right.
Um, but for some reason, I don't know, I guess because of my connection to it and its characters, I want to see more. I do. Like I don't feel like it's gonna flop or it's not gonna be worth it. I'm
Okay.
excited. I wanna see.
I was going to say, I think with the level of detail that the creators put into the show, like down to studying the way people were supposed to walk in those ages and stuff like
Mm,
that, I think that level of attention to detail and
right,
it's hard to go
the tea,
right,
the way
right.
that they serve the tea, the way
The language, all of that.
the respect that they have for one another, even, in times where it's just like, oh, I hate you, but I honor this tradition
Mhm.
that, my people uphold and I live it out. I respect it. That's I don't know. I liked it. I
Okay.
really loved it.
So definitely on the radar. I'm not sure if I don't think they put out a date or anything like that for season two, but we know it's coming. They're winning awards right now, so good for them. Shogun definitely deserved to be on the list. I'm actually glad we don't have that particular crossover. Speaking of crosses over, cross
Mm,
Aldous Hodge, a guy that I've grown to thoroughly enjoy on screen, whether it's a movie or television. This property has been made a couple of times, but I don't know. This was a fun immersion into the world of Cross. I was able to kind of follow the case and where it was going, as well as the side issue with his family being tormented. Um, I love a good investigative drama. And this is one with a black lead that I told you about the story where the creator was asked when he was shopping it around to change the main character to a white person or to a white man. He refused. He was adamant about keeping that character black, and I think it's dope. They when we talk about getting a black James Bond, they say make your own characters, and here we have one. So I think I personally I'm going to continue to invest in the Cross universe.
Yeah, I agree. Um, and the fact that uh a lot of the characters, especially the main characters, look like us. Like that was dope. That was really, really cool to me. And I think it was even deeper than just they looked like us. Like when you can watch something and I don't know, just soak it in to like, oh, I know somebody like
Yep.
that. I got a friend like that. My cousins like that, my grandma, like that type of thing, and being able to relate, like just even the language,
Mm-hmm.
like it was,
The music they listen to,
yep.
um, like those the flashbacks, the camaraderie, the way they interacted with each other, like it
Mhm.
felt authentic, it felt familiar, and that's dope.
Right. And I like too that I don't know, for me, those things were relatable,
Mhm.
but I think also the thing that stood out to me is how they made sure to present us as complex characters, as complex creatures, um, not just one way,
Right,
like not just I don't know, I guess these stereotypical tropes,
right.
tongue tied. But I like that. I can definitely get down with that. I can definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
I want to see more things under that genre. Remember we talked about that.
Right.
Um, and that was good for me.
Yeah, yeah, no. Cross definitely wasn't 100% sure going in because I know the property has been done before, but wasn't sure how they were going to execute in this particular iteration, and I think they did the job
Yep.
as far as I'm concerned. What's next on your list?
Oh, wait, let me pull it back up.
Take your time, take your time.
Okay, so can you see my list? I think
No,
you're cheating.
you got like the screen protected thing, so I'm good. I can't
Oh,
see anything.
oh, okay. Well, you said cross, I had cross.
Okay.
The penguin. The penguin. Yeah, so that's mine. Um, we enjoyed that.
We did.
It's not a crossover for you.
Nope.
I think you just wanted to do something different. Like that's your energy. Like,
Don't do
oh,
that.
let me be different. Let me not say what is expected. Let me just throw a
That's what we
curveball.
doing.
That's the energy that you own right now. That's what it feels like.
All right.
Okay, I like the penguin. I mean, obviously you don't have it on your list, so there's not much to say about the penguin.
I considered putting it on my list. I just
What
that
kept
one
it?
I
What
actually
kept
did
it off?
consider.
What kept it off?
You'll
Can you
see when I
explain
get
that?
there. What kept it off was me being introduced to some great shows that I wanted to make sure I mentioned.
Are you trying to get brownie points?
That's
Okay.
anyway. What'd you like about the Penguin?
Um,
Main thing. You don't have to spend a ton of time
uh, I like I like not knowing who to root for.
on it.
I like that. I like being able to experience I don't know, all sides of a character. Understand their motivations, aspirations.
Mm.
Uh, you don't want them to take the route that they do to get to, their desired space or, whatever they're aspiring to be or to have. But you can kind of understand, like, okay, well, if, somebody experience X, Y, and Z, I could see how they would be kind of, maybe I don't want to say confused, but maybe
You seem pretty sure about it.
not confused, but just I don't know, just the decisions don't come from the best place.
Right.
But just kind of understanding and being able to dissect their thoughts, their actions. I think that's pretty dope. And I think for me, watching him and just kind of seeing him evolve into who he became and all the means that he was willing to I don't know, all the things that he was willing to do
Yeah.
to get what he wanted. Like, I mean, a part of me is just like, good for you that you are resilient in that way. Good for you that you persevere and continue on. But no, don't not like that.
I mean, I think for me, we're immersed in a world of villains in this show. And if you will fall into the romance of the idea of following a character on his uprise, you will be caught off guard by how things play out.
Right. And it's like the greater of evils. Like which do you choose? And then I think in the end too, uh having giving grace to other characters as well. So it's just like, it's one of those things like again, just not having to be a fan
Okay.
of one or the other. Um, the idea of which good or which evil is greater.
Okay.
Which evil is worse.
I was gonna say, like, when you say greater, do you mean the best evil or
Right, the best kind of
most
evil, or either or.
Yeah.
Like being torn, like that kind of plays with you too, though. Like
Yeah.
being torn between, which evil is better.
So my thing with the show was like you're doing a show that's centered on a villain. The issue you can run into is like having people root for the villain because
Right,
the idea is that he hopefully gets to face off against a hero at some point.
right.
And are you going to want people legitimately hoping that the villain wins in that scenario? Probably not.
Mm,
So, I personally think the show executed on everything it needed to do, and that's why I'm excited about the universe.
agreed.
All right, my second show talked about brownie points. Um, let's talk about somewhere where they might make brownies. Let's talk about the Bear. The Bear is one of the shows that I introduced you to.
That's not. We're talking about you getting brownie points for picking a show. Mine.
Where am I?
You giving yourself. Why you
I
give
just was
yourself?
trying to
You
use the
giving
brownie.
yourself brownie points.
No,
That is
no,
what you're doing.
no. I'm using brownies to transition to a cooking show.
Okay.
So anyway, The Bear is a classic. Came out of the gate strong with this first season. And I think continues to be one of the best shows out. Talking about the human condition, talking about characters dealing with tough circumstances, talking about aspirations and the sacrifices that you have to make to reach certain goals. Just characters that I care about and want to root for, even when they are making mistakes that are detrimental to their well-being.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
The dysfunction was comedic. It was
Right. Like you get stressed out, but then you laugh at the same time.
right.
That's just like
And they I think the way that they show love is through the comedic relief.
Mm.
It cuts through the tension
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
And I love the cooking because obviously. Well, obvious to you, not to everybody else, but I love
they'll learn over time.
I love the cooking aspect of everything. So it's cool.
What you got?
Oh, um, so I'll do found first.
Okay.
It's the order that I have it in found.
Talk about it.
Um, okay, so I never know where the show is going,
Mhm.
ever. And it's crazy that I never know where it's going, but it has a format
Mhm.
every episode. Someone's missing, you know, here are the clues. Uh, let's all get together and use our talents, our skills, our gifts uh to solve the mystery.
Mhm.
But the I guess the side story that is outside of, what they're doing, trying to solve the case is just, oh my goodness. I'm stressed out every episode. Like I'm jumping when the characters are jumping. I have to pause it because I have to gather myself and calm myself down. Like it's so much. Like those characters that I've seen, the actors and actresses that I've seen in other things, I can no longer see them the way that I used to see them. It's just like, no, you are this person.
Sorry to Mark Paul Gosselaar. Brett Dalton, another that person I'm very familiar with. Shanola Hampton is the main character. Found is maybe one that you guys haven't heard of, so I do want to introduce it. It's an NBC show. The description is each year over 600,000 people are reported missing in the United States. Gabby Mosley and her crisis management team use unorthodox methods to find the forgotten people.
And or unorthodox means illegal. Like they do criminal activity sometimes, but it's for the greater good.
Yeah, the crew that she's put together are all people that have histories where they have dealt with captivity and things of that nature, or lost people who are missing, whatever the case may be. And those backgrounds come into play for how they maneuver through things. And they're all dealing with their own problems on the side, which becomes part of the drama as well. We get a lot of flashbacks to previous things for some of the main characters. It's a very interesting show. Has a Had somebody tell me they're in season 2 now, but I had someone question how they were going to continue the show with one of the main hooks that I won't give away. You'll have to see it for yourself. They found a way to make it work, I think.
Yeah, they did.
Maybe too well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a fun show. Like I'll laugh, I get nervous. Like nobody is safe in this show. It feels like at
No.
any moment, and anything could happen. Like literally, anything could happen on this show.
I think that's what creates the most stress.
Yeah,
Because it's just like you know the characters, you love the characters, but it's just like everybody can get it. Like
yeah,
everybody can get whatever at any point, at any time, and it's just what's gonna happen every episode. Where are they gonna go? What is this?
yeah.
Quick question. Was Cross one of your shows?
Mine,
Yes.
yes. I already listed it.
Okay, so
I helped
remember
you out.
you did, because remember I said I had 7
Yeah, you
shows.
can ignore Cross now.
So, okay. And the bear was on my list, so I
So
can
good.
ignore
You
both
good.
of
You got
those.
5.
So I got my 5.
Unless I name another one. Well, then
You,
you could just say
you're
that,
not.
but we'll see.
It's your turn.
See, you never even had to tell me you had 5. So, my third one is going to be Lincoln Lawyer.
Ooh.
Um, of the shows that you've introduced to me, and again, this is one that I even considered watching, but because I saw the movie, I was like, I don't know if it's tied to the movie. I don't even remember the movie like that.
Mm.
It's not. Completely different actor, completely different scenarios. Obviously based on the IP, intellectual property
Mm-hmm.
of the Lincoln Lawyer, the idea, the setup. But my man on the Lincoln Lawyer is doing his own thing. And I actually think the show has gotten better every season.
Agreed. I was so worried about that. I
Yeah,
like when I think of when I first introduced it to you, the third season was about to come out.
right. It hadn't been released.
And so we had to get through the first two.
Hmm.
And I was so nervous because I was just like, what if season three ain't hitting for real? Like, like I would have felt so bad introducing the movie, I mean the show to you, period. And then, we get to season three and it's just like, I don't know about this one. And so I appreciate the fact that it continues to get better and better every season.
Yeah, and just got renewed for season four, like yesterday, I think. So I'm definitely looking forward to that based on where the show is currently.
Agreed.
Okay. See, I'm trying to keep these short if we can.
I'm sorry. Am I being
No,
long?
no, no. I'm just letting you know. Don't feel like you need to fill the air
Okay.
if you get to a point.
All right. Is on me?
Yo,
Okay, so this one's probably gonna be long with it.
no, do
Severance.
your thing.
Severance. That is one that you introduced to me from
Okay.
your list. I would do the round of applause, the hand clap first.
I don't know if the
If I
mic
could.
picks it up, but
I don't know. I don't know. I'm clapping though. But kudos to Mike. Um Severance. Who? Where do I begin? Like, I don't want to tell too much. I don't want to tell too much, so it's hard for me to
that's kind of
describe it without sharing too much. But it's the perfect amount of chaos, um, of confusion, um, of camaraderie. You see words, you got one? Nope, you don't. But
corporate.
okay, corporate. But it's the perfect amount of stuff that really, I don't know, like I think I've never watched a show
Okay.
that does not make any sense.
Okay.
Like in reality,
Mhm.
right? And I think that maybe is why I love it so much because it doesn't. And I think for me, it strokes my fantasy genre.
Like the sci-fi
Yeah,
aspect. Okay.
yeah. It satisfies that need.
Uh,
Um, and so
and for me, it satisfies my mystery, my need for a good mystery, trying to figure out what's going on.
got you. So yeah, so in trying to figure these things out and having these separate realities, um, y'all gotta watch it. Like it just got well, the second season.
Just started.
Yeah,
First episode's out. We're gonna talk about it later.
yeah. We won't spoil that right now.
Not too much.
So
Later in the episode, we will.
so I'll leave that one there for now.
Okay.
It's your turn.
All right. Another show you put me on, Reasonable Doubt. I
Mm,
had to put this on my list because when it first started, I was not sure that I was gonna be feeling it.
right.
I thought this was gonna be one of them shows where it's like, all right, y'all doing too much, and I can't keep up. This is a lot. Y'all have forgot that this is a legal show. I don't know what's going on. It's too much drama. It's too much going on. But it drops you into some real, like a real tumultuous relationship. Like
Right.
things are not going well in this relationship. It's bad. It's toxic. It's unhealthy. It's hard to watch.
Right.
Um, but the legal side of it keeps it interesting.
But you know what though? If you
Okay.
if you think about how because what we're on second season? No,
We
we
just
finished the
season
second
two. Yeah.
season and it got renewed for
Pretty sure it got renewed for a third.
a third. Okay, so I feel like
Yeah.
once you start it, it will seem like again the relationship seems okay, it's toxic,
I was about to say
right?
it's bad.
It's bad, but
It's a
I
Hulu
think
show, by the way.
yes, it's on Hulu. But as the episodes progress and as you go into the second season, you will see how the relationship is a setup for a lot of other things that come after it.
Right.
And so I feel like that's the reason why they really just had to put you there in the middle of it. And I actually enjoyed the fact that we were in the thick of it.
Right.
Because there's so much story to tell.
How did you
Ahead,
get there?
exactly. Ahead, what's gonna come, what the future holds, but also how did we get here? And I think a lot of shows don't really explore that. We may be in the stages where it's just like, oh, well, maybe we're in a relationship and we're no longer talking, we're no longer connected, we're on the verge of X, Y, and Z. This is before all of that happens. And so it's the thick of, we're in a place where things are not good.
Right.
And it could go either way. We're smack dab in the middle. There's no, oh, we're about to get this, or we're about to fall back in love. No, this is right in the middle. It's at a crossroads of where do we go from here?
Mm-hmm.
Because we could go either way, but the way that I feel like the creators, the writers, the producers, the way that they piece everything together, like you will get to see as the episodes continue, just the puzzles connecting, and you're like, oh, that's why this had to happen, and this is why this was like this, and I enjoy that type of journey because I don't know, it's a little mystery in that too, a little discovery that you
I
have
think
to
for
go through.
me, it's a good show to watch, especially I think as a couple, because whether or not your situation is great, bad, whatever, there's some stuff that comes up in here that's worth considering, worth talking about, and things that you will debate who was right, who was wrong, how would you react in this situation type of stuff. And we spent a lot of time talking about this relationship. That's not even the main part of this
No,
point of the show.
not.
The main point of the show is that the main character is a high powered attorney. I'm going to read the description real quick. Jack Stewart juggles work, family, friends, and a complicated personal life as a brilliant and fearless defense attorney in Los Angeles who bucks the justice system every chance she gets. The other description I think is even better. In reasonable doubt, you'll judge Jack Stewart for her questionable ethics and wild interpretations of the law until you're the one in trouble. Then you'll see her for what she is, the most brilliant and fearless defense attorney in Los Angeles who bucks the justice system at every chance she gets. They like that bucks the justice system.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's another one of these high powered lawyer characters that get stuff done. It's not easy though. The each season follows one main case, and there's ups, there's down, there's highs, there's lows, and she's dealing with a lot of personal stuff, whether it's with her friends or her family, with her kids, with her husband. But for me, as a person who typically doesn't fully invest in the relationship side of shows, this show is one that got me to care about that side, which is interesting to me, and why I had to put it on the list.
You're welcome.
What you got?
Okay, I don't even have to pull this up. Money Heist.
Ooh-wee.
Like that's my number 5. Money Heist. Okay.
Professor.
Where to begin? Okay. I don't know. The whole thing. It's just, oh my goodness. And the fact that you ended it and you're just like, oh my God, there's like 5 seasons. And I'm like, okay, let's start the second one. You're like, let's just take a break. Let's get on another show. We'll come back to it. And I'm like, no, no, I don't want to. I need to know. Like this continues.
For
like
those listening at home, I stopped her after season 2, which if you're a fan, you know that the show, just like Shogun, is a show that was intended to be a limited series that kind of has one season. Netflix saw that season, bought it, chopped it up into 2 seasons, and that is what I've shown her so far. I think I've said it before on multiple podcasts. The first 2 seasons of Money Heist, the intended only season of Money Heist, is some of the best television I've ever seen in my life. Um, so I wanted to let that marinate a while before I dive back into the world, but we'll get back in there. We'll get back into season 3 through 5 this year or something.
I hope so because I need to.
Shout out to the professor.
So it was 2 seasons.
Yes.
So it was the third season that I wanted to see.
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna ask you favorite part, not necessarily a moment, but like if you had to pick one storyline from season 1, is it Tokyo? Is it the professor and the detective? Is it Stockholm and Rio? Rio and his dad? Like what we got?
You want to make me pick one?
Just if you had to like focus on one thing, like what is it? Just the idea that they're able to carry all these storylines and make them all hit?
Yes.
There's just a lot.
So I can't just pick one. The fact that I care about all of them, like that's incredible writing.
Yeah,
it really is. It's incredible writing. The good ones, the bad ones, the in between ones. Stockholm, like
I think they do a good job of humanizing all the characters so that there's not really any bad guys and good guys in the end, and you care about people on every side of it.
Right. And I think especially when you have these moments, and they're always climactic moments where they like you're watching and you can see that something can happen right now in this moment, and you see the character thinking and trying to figure out, shouldn't I, and seeing the decision that they were about to make, and then them revealing the decision that they did make. You develop feelings for them, like, oh, okay, well, I can understand, I can empathize again. Being able to connect to a character, being able to see different sides of a character. I love that. I think that's just the counselor in me that's into that, and into the exploration of just decisions and a person's makeup and all of that.
Okay. Definitely not mad at that pick being on the list. My 5th. Have you only done 4?
No. I did 5. What? I did Money Heist. I did Severance.
Severance is the one I skipped. Okay. So this is my 5th now. So we only had a couple crossover and you end up with 5. That works. My 5th is Will Trent.
Okay.
I think the shows I picked that you introduced me to have great characters. Will Trent is another one with great characters. Wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about the main character in the show.
Okay. Why is that?
The way he talks throws me off a little bit, but it works somehow.
All right. I love Will Trent.
Will Trent is an ABC show, another cop drama, if you will. Excuse me. Let's see what they say for the description. Special Agent Will Trent was abandoned at birth and endured a harsh coming of age in Atlanta's overwhelmed foster care system. Determined to make sure no one feels as he did, he now has the highest clearance rate. Will Trent is another one of those detectives who is like weird, but very, very good at his job. Like not to the
He's not
point,
weird.
not
He's
to
just
the
kind of
he's
quirky.
got some quirks. He's
Right.
got some quirks. He's not Monk, you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the OG Monk,
Right.
but he definitely a little different. And just the way he talks is different sometimes, and the way he carries himself, and him and his little dog and all that.
Little Betty.
Little Betty. But he has some different things about him, and he has a cast, a supporting cast that fills out the personality tree, if you will. You got a boss who's mean but loving at the
Right.
same time. Shout out to Kima from The Wire. If you know, you know. His partner is by the book, but not really.
Right.
She don't want to be.
Listen, don't cross fade. That's all I'm gonna say.
She holds you true. Like she gonna keep you honest. Like she's not gonna play no games with you. Um, you got the traditional beef 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 head type guy on the squad, but then he got a sentimental side at the same time. When you see how he deals with his family and stuff like that. And then you got Will's homie from the past who maybe still got some problems that they need work through.
Listen, he got a lot of homies from the past. Like he does. Like every season,
I mean, we see season
multiple episodes. Even the first season.
Yeah.
Like
People from his past pop up and their lives be kind of different.
Right. And I don't know. I think I love how the stuff, the experiences, the situations, they tie into his life in foster care, and I think it's cool to kind of see how that I guess nature versus nurture type thing. We were all in this space together. We crossed this path together. We did these things together, but you went this way and I went that one.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's interesting to explore, and you get to see that as the episodes progress. You get to see, these people from his past, and I guess how one split decision can, change the course of all their lives. And then to have them kind of meet back up in this space is really interesting, because I think, he deals with a lot of stuff, and just being able to see him unpack these things based on these interactions, I think is really cool. I like it.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things about his character is that even though he got his life right, he's on the right path, he doesn't seem judgmental of people who are in different positions. He might question why you make certain decisions, but he'll still treat you like a human being at the end of the day.
Right.
That actually went longer than I expected. So I'm going to ask you live on the podcast. Do we want to do the movies? Do we want to do the one of them days review? Do we want to do the Severance review? Do we want to chop this up and keep it moving?
You mean like right now?
Yep.
Let's do one of them days.
One of them days?
Let's do it.
All right. Yeah, we can come back to the other stuff.
Okay.
All right. One of them days. Do you want to introduce us, or are you cool with me doing it?
You go ahead.
All right, so one of them days dropped this past weekend, January 17th. Definitely always good to get a review out in the first week, so I definitely want to do that. We were going to do Severance on here. We may end up just waiting until after the second episode and then doing a double.
Okay.
Work for you? All right. So one of them days is the new Keke Palmer and SZA buddy comedy that just came out this past weekend. It's definitely, as soon as I saw the trailer, I knew I wanted to see it. It lived up to the hype, if not exceeded it. And I'm glad that people seem to be enjoying this movie. $14 million opening weekend, so they made back their budget already. So everything else is profit from here. SZA looking at having a number one movie and a number one album, which is crazy.
Hmm.
Her acting debut, you couldn't tell. I think she was a natural.
Yes, I
So
agree.
Keke Palmer is Keke Palmer. I don't think we need to spend too much time explaining why we love Keke Palmer.
True Jackson.
Director Lawrence Lamont, his big screen debut. Previous work, he did direct some episodes of the show Rap Shit and directed a lot of Big Sean music videos, apparently. But his big screen directorial debut. Saw some people get mad that the writer was not being credited, so let me make sure I do that. Sarita Singleton
Mm.
is the screenwriter of this film. She has a lot of credits to her name already as well, but this is her big screen debut. She wrote 3 episodes of Rap Shit and 20 episodes of Insecure. She was an executive story editor on Insecure. 13 episodes of a show called Central Park, and she wrote an episode of the TV series Black Monday in her previous work. I believe she's also, yes, she's a co-producer on this movie as
Mm.
well. And I don't know. I feel like both writer, director, cast, everybody did their thing on this movie.
I agree.
I have absolutely no nitpicks
No
with this movie.
complaints.
Casting, just the appearances that we got out of this movie: Vanessa Bell Calloway, Lil Rel Howery, Katt Williams, Maude Apatow, Patrick Cage, my girl Gabrielle Dennis. Anybody I call my girl or my boy is probably somebody I interviewed, and then I pretended I had a real relationship with them. Janelle James from Abbott Elementary, Amin Joseph from Snowfall, Keyla Monterroso Mejia.
Hmm.
She anything she's in, she stands out, which is interesting to me. She's in the movie for like 5 minutes and left an impression.
Right.
Joshua David Neal, who I've watched since he first blew up on Instagram. Dope to see him in a real movie. I know that was his aspiration. I remember at one point he was real nervous about it not working out. Seems like it might be working out for him now. Dwayne Perkins, loved him in The Blackening. He was fun in this. Wasn't in it for a lot, but he's definitely a person that if I see him attached to something, I probably know I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah.
So he's definitely on my radar going forward. Aziza Scott, I've seen her in a show in a very different role. She plays Big Booty Bernice in this. She was a small town cop in the last thing I saw her in. I was like, I know this woman from somewhere, but I can't place it. It's because the characters are not anything alike. I was so confused. Trying to think of people that I knew coming in. There's at least one more person. Oh, Tony Baker. Tony Baker was the Church's Chicken employee. Hilarious. I love Tony Baker, and I'm glad to see him on the big screen too. Are you looking to see if I missed anybody that you know?
No, I'm just oh, okay.
Oh
Desi
yeah,
Banks.
Desi Banks. Go ahead. You got anything to say
No,
about
no,
Desi?
no, nothing. Oh, I like him. That's about it. I was trying to find Keke Palmer's mom.
I don't know if she's. Let's see if she's listed. So you mentioned something about Kiki's Paul mom before we came on here. Do you want to say anything? Do you know what her name is?
Uh, um, I do. I raped in
Sharon
it.
Sharon Palmer.
Yep, Sharon Palmer.
So Keke Palmer's mom does have a cameo in this, and if you had told me that she was just a actress playing like a couple lines, I
Right.
would have never questioned it.
Right. They took her door. That's I would be just as
You remember
mad.
that scene?
Yep.
I remember the scene.
They
I
took her door.
laughed and
And
thought nothing
she
else of
cursed
it.
and praised God all in the sentence.
Pretty accurate. Let's talk about this movie. Is there anything that I missed so far? No, I listed off a bunch of fun facts. I'm gonna let you go first, actually, if you want to. You want me to go
Right.
first?
Okay. What How do we do this?
All right.
Because I told you, I'm learning.
So typically, and we don't have to keep this formula going forward. Typically, I'll go into like a quick review without giving any spoilers, and then I'll say, "All right, spoiler alert," and then we can get into whatever.
Okay, you go ahead and do the elevator review.
All right, elevator review of One of Them Days. This is a buddy comedy that's going to give you that classic feel that I don't think we've seen in a while, for real, for real. It's going to give you them Friday vibes. Um, I think some people said that it's going to remind you of Insecure. Somebody mentioned one video I saw said it was like a spinoff of Insecure. Um, you got two characters in a bad situation trying to figure out how to get out. Like those movies, those shows, whatever, the episode of that show that you watch where they had to come up with $1,000 on the spot. There's a clock watching them. They try a bunch of different things. They run into a bunch of different characters. They get into trouble. They get out of trouble. They find something along the way and
Discover about themselves.
learn things about themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do more in an hour and a half than this movie did. It gave you everything.
Yes.
Any notes on the quick review?
No.
I can't.
No.
I was gonna say I genuinely don't think I can not recommend this to somebody. There is some explicit content. It's a rated R movie, a lot of language.
Okay, so yeah. So that part. We considered taking my daughter. But something said, hold off on her going, watch it yourself 1st. And I would have freaked out if she was in there. Like, I would have just, it's time to go. The movie's over. Like, we can't do this. And like, I think she would, I think she would have been more embarrassed. Like to have been there, and she probably would have given me that look like, why would you bring me here? Like, what is happening? And so she was fine when I told her about it at the end, and she was just like, oh, okay, so I get to see it and you'll just fast forward that part. And I was just like, those parts, like but yeah, I will say that. And the fact that she's a huge SZA fan. And so she got to see it. She got to see it. And it's good. And I think, there are a lot of lessons, especially for young people. Okay. I think it's lessons for all people, really. It's not restricted to any age group at all. And I think that's what makes it really stand out for me. And I know she'll like what she will be allowed to see, but I think she'll really appreciate it. And I think anybody that sees this movie, you're gonna get some of everything. Like you said, you're gonna get some laughs. You're gonna get a lot of laughs. You're gonna feel like, oh, I know this person, or, even for me, situations that I've never been in, I can imagine. Cause like if you didn't finish my hair and walking around looking like this, I could feel her frustration.
Right. And like he's about to do somebody else's hair, and
you gotta watch it, and you just like you gotta be good with that, and then you gotta deal with the rest of your day. Shout out to Keke Palmer. Like I felt like I knew them. Like I'm telling you, like I was lost so much so in the movie. Like I thought this stuff was happening to me. I thought I was there with them.
I can attest to this, and it's funny because like watching the movie, SZA's character is making some interesting decisions throughout this film.
Right.
And like I could just hear LaToya beside me in the chair, like getting mad. Like she wanted to call SZA personally and tell her, please, girl, stop. Like, but it's funny, like a lot of the commentary I've been reading is people say, oh man, I love this movie. Oh my God, SZA was getting on my nerves. But not into like she was acting bad, like her character is just one of them people that like Keke Palmer's character for most of the movie Oh, it's Drew and Alyssa.
Right.
Scissor's Alyssa.
Mm-hmm.
Keke is Drew.
Right.
Drew and Alyssa, like you can see how they were friends, but at certain points, I was like, at some point, you gotta tell your friend they tripping.
Right. Right. Because I think and a lot of it was and I think that's kind of how girlfriends can be in real life. Like, I'm gonna gas you up, my girl, my queen. Like, I'm gonna make you feel good about yourself, and I'm gonna hype every move you make up. But I'm not gonna hold you accountable for those wrong moves you made because I just want to pour into my sister. Listen, my sisters, if you pour into your sisters, you got the good with the bad. Mm. Like, to me, hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? Do it in love. But don't have me out here looking crazy. because if I look crazy to you and we're friends, right, I can only imagine what I look like out in the streets. Yeah. Like, to everybody else. Like, if you, my friend, you see me like I'm doing some questionable things, call me out. Yeah. Call me out. Behind closed doors with just me and you. Like, don't you gotta show out in front of everyone, but let me know.
And I think with Drew, even when the decisions are affecting her, she was playing it pretty cool for a while.
Very much so.
Cooler than I would.
Very much so. And I think the fact that,
and you just get the idea that that's their relationship.
I was just about to say that clearly, to me, that was representative of how they move, how they always have, because they gave hints that we've been down since forever, right? And so just I think there's a familiarity. I always trip over that word. Okay, there you go. They're very familiar with one another. And
it's another way to say it.
And I can never say it, sorry. Okay. But you're making me lose my train of thought.
Oh my gosh.
They're very familiar with one another. Mm. And so I think that heightens the acceptance. I receive you as you are because of how you've always been. Mm. And I've always been this person. But I think as they see and as they make moves to grow, to elevate, the higher you get, you looking back like, sis, no, like this is affecting me. I'm trying to move, and the decisions that you are making are keeping me stagnant. Mm. The decisions you are making are pulling me down. And so I think even from the beginning it was pulling her down. But I think that the fact that, her focus is elsewhere, because really and truly, you got the money too. Why am I going anywhere? I was gonna say, trying to figure this stuff out. But that's that sisterhood that they have, and who knows, in the past, maybe, she got her out of some stuff. Mm-hmm. Maybe Drew wasn't always the one that seemingly had it together. Maybe, it was Alyssa, and now she's just in a season of her life where, she needs a little bit more help. She needs a little bit more encouraging. She needs a little bit more grace. And so the fact that we don't know, their dynamic prior to, where we meet them, that could have been why she, wasn't too freaked out, and she was just like, yeah, we gonna do this, we got this, we in this together.
Okay. I think that was non-spoilery,
right? That was non-spoilery.
All right, should we get into spoilers?
Spoil it.
All right, is that the spoiler alert?
Oh yeah.
Spoiler alert for one of them days. I don't want to do chronological because we'll be here all day, like going throughout the whole movie. Mm-hmm. First of all, the situation, right? Mm-hmm. Drew has worked overnight. She got off at 7 a.m. Mm-hmm. She lied about what time she got. That's the first sign that things was not going well. She had to lie about what time she got off to make sure that Alyssa was there on time. we get the little taste in the beginning that she likes her job, though.
Right.
She comes home, the house is falling apart.
Right.
Alyssa, boyfriend there, shoes everywhere.
He ain't got no job.
No
He's not
job,
contributing to anything.
just there.
Just taking up space.
And now, at this point, Drew asks, I gave you the rent money. We good, right? Because we've seen somebody's already evicted when they
Right.
first get there. Somebody's
Right.
stuff is on the curb
Right.
when they arrive.
Dang. Oh, dude. I forgot about him. Yeah.
He was on the curb already.
Right. And they were encouraging him and stuff, like not even knowing y'all next.
And so again, she worked overnight. She trying to lay down for a minute. She make sure everything good. She tired of this. She annoyed by this boyfriend situation. She went, and I wish they had shown this a little bit better, but she did go take her nap or whatever because she has an interview that day at 4 p.m.
Right.
So the whole idea this day is she got off of work. She gonna take this nap. She gonna get her hair finished. She gonna practice or prep. Then she gonna go to this interview at 4 o'clock.
Right.
Nothing goes as planned.
No, nothing does.
Not even
from the moment that she put a little eye mask on and began to doze off. There's police knocking on the door. It's not the police, but they're knocking like the police. They are beating on the door. No sleep for her.
So she trusts her friend, and then the next thing you know, the landlord is, "Hey, where the rent money at?"
Right.
This is where things pop up.
And you know what? I think it's funny that she trusted her with that, even though she knew that she had to tell her the wrong time in order for her to pick her up on time. But I think that that goes to show just how much she's trying to juggle in her life.
Yeah.
And she's not her babysitter. Like she you know what I'm saying? Like I think, she gives her friend space to make the right decisions. Like, okay, I gave you the money. It never crossed her mind that, oh, I'm gonna get the money to my man to go pay the rent. Like that never crossed her mind. I don't even know why she like who said he was like, why? I don't know.
So
I'm confused. Like, why would you say, "Oh, I'm gonna give you the money because I trust you"?
She believed in this man for no reason.
I believe you can go do that. I can do that for myself.
It seemed like she was the type that she always had an excuse why she couldn't do something.
Right.
Even throughout the movie, there was reasons why she couldn't do.
True.
Like it was the reason Keke Palmer's character is the one doing all the stuff.
True. I don't even think she was actually working.
I don't either.
No, she didn't.
Think she got a job.
Alyssa did not have a job.
So no job.
Her man staying here. So both of y'all here and not working, not contributing.
And now y'all done lost the rent money.
Yeah.
So actually, he didn't lose the rent money.
No.
What did he buy?
He bought he had a t-shirt line, Coochie.
Oh, he started. He was trying to sell Coochie t-shirts. And that's where the rent money was spent. He was going to invest it and flip it. Due dates for the rent be damn. Like, we just going to flip these t-shirts and make a profit.
Right.
So neither he nor Alyssa had their minds on correctly with this rent situation. And so now Keke Palmer's character is being given a ultimatum, a deadline for when they got to get the rent back. I think originally it was it 3 o'clock? No.
No. It was 6 o'clock. Her interview was at 4.
Right.
And so she's juggling 2 deadlines simultaneously, trying to solve each issue and give herself an ample amount of time to prepare for the interview so that she can, have a mind right, be able to knock it out of the park. Because she desires this so much. Like she's worked so hard for this. And, at first it seems like just a little hiccup.
Yeah.
We just gotta get the money back from Keyshawn. That's it. That's the solution. But that's not how it turned out.
That was not how anything played out. So the first thing is like, and I peeped it as it was going, and we're doing chronological. I'm gonna get out of that in a second. But as Keke Palmer's character Drew is talking to SZA's character Alyssa about where the rent money is and why it wasn't given, Keyshawn is collecting his shoes and skedaddling. Like you see him slink out of the room.
Yes.
And quickly, like he's filling a bag with his shoes and he gone.
He's gone.
By the time she come out to go see where he at with his rent money, he has cleared out.
Right.
He gone. And Alyssa, oh, just call him. And his phone rings in the other room.
Right.
Because he got a burner.
Right.
And he was using the burner on her.
Right. Okay. But I will say this because I feel like in analysis of Alyssa, it can seem as if she was so enamored by the sexual nature of their relationship that she was just an airhead, if you will, or just kind of absent-minded. But I think that that's just surface. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was easier for her to ignore things because that's how she lived her life.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she and this is, no disrespect to anyone who believes in, the power of the universe and that sort of thing or whatever. But I feel like a lot of her things were not about the actual work that she did. And it was just about, let's just leave it up to chance. The universe will handle it. The universe will take care of it. Right. I just can just reach out to the universe, and nothing was about her actually doing the work herself or doing any type of work herself. And so I think Keyshawn was just a layer of just more distraction for her to not have to take control of her own life. Like, why would you give him the money at all? Because she didn't want control. Like, she didn't want to do anything. She didn't want to be responsible for anything. And so that's kind of my take on that.
Did you see Keyshawn as a scammer and a schemer?
I see Keyshawn as a stray.
I think the term I saw and I love is he was a hobosexual.
Yes. And so, I've heard many times before in relationships where, relationships are convenience. Like, I just need somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
And so I think that was his that was his opportunity. Yeah. Like, that's what it was. And, I'm sure it's easier to kind of slink your way into a space where your girl ain't responsible for nothing either.
Right.
And so it's just like, well, if she here just chilling, we could just chill here together. Like, Drew gonna take care of it. And he trying to tell Drew, I just your blood pressure and what I'm saying, I just need to calm down and this type of thing. Like, it's easy to take that approach when you're not doing anything.
You're not responsible for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll come back on you.
Exactly.
Go poorly. We find him with Bernice, and again, he in the bed sleep.
Right.
Like, again, he's
no worries, no cares.
And later in the show, when Bernice drops him, he talking to the white girl.
Right.
And I think they do the little post-credit thing where they like tell you where everybody ended up. He ended up with the white girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like he gonna bounce from woman to woman just because he needs somewhere to sleep that night.
Yeah.
But that was Joshua Neal's character, and I thought he did a great job for his first real role, for real.
I enjoyed him.
Yeah, like he put some of the goofy in there, but it was a lot of him just like being super nonchalant And like, what was the scene? Was it the fire where he screamed, or when the
they
gangster dude came in there?
when the gangster dude came in the room and he was screaming. And hold
Oh
on,
no, it was the
no, no,
snake. It
no,
was the
it
snake.
was the snake. It was the snake.
Was Alyssa? Did Alyssa knock over the snake thing? Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
when she
screamed.
when she came through the window.
He screamed, but he was doing a lot of cowering.
No, no, no. When they were trying to run out.
Yeah.
That's when it happened. Yeah.
Um. Well, who else do we have to talk about in this? If we talk about moments,
Okay, we definitely have to talk about the fight between Alyssa, Drew, and Bernice. Like this happened while the interview was over. They were singing her praises.
right?
They were telling her next steps.
So, despite all the crap that she went throughout this day, she makes it to this interview in this neon green jumpsuit with the jacket over top. She made it work.
Yeah, she
Low-key.
did. She did. She did.
But she made it work. She goes through the interview. She's able to put all that stuff aside, which I think is like if we want to get deep, that's like a testament to how a lot of us have to live our lives.
Okay.
You got to put all the crap that you got going on to the side and put on this professional face for these people. Like that's real.
Right.
And she did it. And like you said, they were singing her praises. Like she looking like she about to get this job, this life-changing opportunity type of job. And then outside, Big Booty Bernice, who is the girl who Joshua Neal's character had gone to after he left.
Right.
She been looking for them. She didn't caught them because Alyssa
sorry.
goofed behind. I guess she was trying to make him jealous.
Right. She was like, this is what a real man with a job looks like.
And so she sends him the picture with the name of the building in the background. So Bernice pull up. And now Bernice is beating down Alyssa outside the office where Drew about to get this job and she can hear her
Why
phone.
she calling my name?
Right. Like, just take the beat down. Like,
she calling my name. She knows I'm doing this for us. This will come up for both of us. Just listen. I'll be out there. I'll be out there.
Take the L.
We'll take it around the corner, not right here.
That'll hurt my soul. Like, I've been pulling for this character this whole time. Alyssa been getting on my nerves the whole time. And then in this moment where she could have just shut up for 5 seconds and we would have been good.
True.
You hear her like calling her name through the glass. Like, and Gabrielle Dennis, shout out to the homie. Gabrielle Dennis is like, do you know them?
I've never seen them a day in my life. I don't know them. She's saying your name.
And it's like Keke Paul character gotta go out there, and I thought for sure she's about to like put hands on Bernice or something.
At least get a lick in.
Like at least what?
None. Bernice bodied literally. Bodied and bootied. And I was just like, if you were gonna lose, just stay inside.
I'm about to say you could have just let your friend get beat up for that. Like y'all got to get beat up together
and helped her to clean her wounds after. Exactly.
So she come out. Bernice beat both of them down.
Right.
Joshua Neal's character is no good. He leaves, apologizes,
right,
but still leaves with Bernice. And now Drew looked like she done lost the job on top of all this other crap.
Yeah.
But as Alyssa, and this is where they kind of fall out for a minute. I'm glad that there wasn't like a long, drawn out fallout period.
Right.
It was kind of like
I like that too. Because I was just like, okay, so they're going separate ways, and then you see them both walking on the opposite sides of the street
and looking at each other.
Right.
Like they get to the little argument. They say the things that they probably been holding back for a little while, and then they like again walk homes across the street from each other, and then they come back together. And it's not like they forgot that they had that argument,
right?
But they just accept that, hey, we about to be on the street.
Right.
The stuff is on the curb.
And I think too, even in the moment where they went to Bethany, what's her name, Bethany?
Who's that?
The white woman that moved in.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
They went to Bethany's, and they're seeing all these upgraded amenities that they do not have access to in their apartment. And they come up with their plan, and um even then they're just like, okay, listen, we're gonna make this move, we're gonna do this thing, and then after I'm through with you. Like the goal was still there. And I feel like that's a testament to their relationship, how solid it truly was. Like I just feel like this, like I said in the beginning, if you are my friend, give it to me real, give it to me raw, give it to me straight. And I think the fact that they did not give each other those moments of truth, that's kind of what led to exactly that led to that moment. But I think they were still solid. And so it's just like, we're going to do this. And then after that, don't talk to me no more. I don't never want to see you again. I don't want nothing to do with you again. But they figured it out.
Yeah. In a movie like this, the realism of it all is not necessary. How did you feel about how the good things, how they came together at the end for both characters?
Okay. So for me, and I think you had mentioned this before, that people were crying for a sequel. So I feel like that this movie was enough. Like we got to see the growth for both of them.
Right.
The elevation for both of them, the advancement in both scenarios. Alyssa is understanding her worth. Not just, oh, she making money now. Like, no, she understands her worth. She understands her worth as a human being. And she understands her worth with them dollars, with them coins when it comes to her art. Same thing for Drew. Like, she understood, I'm not just some bum or some has-been or some, person that's just, living paycheck to paycheck. And there's no shade to that, because I understand. I understand. But I think for people who aspire for more,
right,
like this is that space. And again, it's not even just about the money or whatever. It's about the fact that I know that I can do more, I can be more, I can dream. Like I can have desires that go beyond what I see in my day-to-day life. I can put myself in a position, and like she said, even before they were selling Alyssa's paintings and stuff like that, she was just like, girl, we coming up. Like, this, what the moves that I'm making, this is for us.
right.
Like, I'm going to give back to you. Like, I'm going to bring you up too. And I think that to me is more powerful than just, oh, she got a good job that's paying her a lot of money.
Yeah. I think I think part of it too with Drew's character, like she worries about this interview and doesn't think that she's good enough really to get the job in the first place because she hasn't finished college, and like all the people she's up against do have degrees,
right?
But she's been working for this company for years and knows it in and out, and that's where her advantage is. But she had to have the confidence to go in there and say that.
Right.
She had to get past the, I believe I have shortcomings that a lot of us carry with us when we're in these situations, that undeniable confidence that when I walk in the room with an opportunity, I'm going to go get it.
Right.
Whether or not it even works out, you have to have that confidence at all times.
Right. And I think it just kind of ties into the entire movie of there's more than one way to solve a problem. There's more than one way to get to where you want to get to in life. Again, you and I both are college educated, but that's not to say that if you don't have a college education that you can't do anything. And we grew up with that narrative.
Right.
Saying people pushed the idea of college and everything, but it's just like that's not the end all be all.
No.
That's not everybody's journey. And that's okay.
Right.
But I think there needs to be more dialogue about those type of things. Like, you can aspire for more. Don't let anybody tell you that the door is closed because of what you lack. Like, let's celebrate the things that you do have. Let's celebrate your skills. Let's build upon these things. Let's grow in these spaces even more. You gotta get creative with stuff. And that's what I love the most about them both at the end.
Right.
And there doesn't need to be another one.
I agree. I don't. I was talking to somebody about this online. Like, somebody said, even when you like come up a little bit, there's going to be some of them days.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I can see a scenario where like both of them are doing what they're doing, but let's say, Alyssa has an event and everything goes wrong.
Okay.
And then they have to try to get back to the event or whatever the case may be, or there's something goes wrong with the store
Right.
that Drew's running. Whatever the case may be, there's ways to give them a bad day despite it being about the rent getting paid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can see that. They would have to really sell me on a pitch. I don't think it needs it. I don't think it set itself up to be like a sequel. I can see a universe.
Okay, exactly.
Where we follow some different characters in the same
Exactly.
universe.
Right.
Maybe we follow Bernice.
Right.
Maybe we follow what's his name?
Keyshawn.
Maybe we follow Dwayne Perkins' character, the hairdresser. Like,
right.
We could follow other people in this universe going through some stuff without it being about those two. And I don't know. I really don't want them to oversaturate something if they don't have to.
Right.
But I know how the industry works. So the fact that it's made money means that the studio is going to be talking about sequels and stuff like that.
Right.
I just hope everybody involved is more creative. I think everybody else is more creative than that.
Right. I agree.
There's other ways. All right. Before we get up out of here, last thing I'm going to ask you, favorite shenanigan? Like, favorite thing that they got up to in this movie?
You go first.
I'm trying to think. I might be biased. This probably wasn't my favorite, but one I definitely have to shout out. I love the Tony Baker scenes. He was the drive-through person.
Okay.
And so they pulled up to the drive-through. And first, just the way he was talking in the mic, like sometimes you get an ignorant person on the mic, and he was ignorant. What did he say? First, they had the coupon.
Oh,
what was the coupon for?
The coupon was for free apple pies, but they wanted to trade them in for some honey butter biscuits.
Right. I don't think that's how that works. So he was funny, and then the bandit,
right,
stealing the food when they finally got the bandit at the drive-through window was funny. Especially how his role played out. Shout out to vehicular homicide. Let's see.
I love the part at the blood bank.
Yes.
She had been there.
How much can I get?
What was the character's name? What was
Janelle James' character?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
But she was encouraging her in all the wrong ways. And I remember thinking, I was just like, you can't just Ruby, you can't just keep giving blood. Like that's not something you can do. And like, Scissors out there looking at the magazine and you just see the time passing. And I was like, wait, she's still in there. Somebody go check on her. And we see her and her face is all pale. There's no blood flowing through her. Her lips are all dry and chapped. And
up all week.
Right.
Like, oh my God.
So Alyssa's like, no, girl, you gotta go. We gotta get out of here. And the moment where blood is just like going everywhere.
I was concerned because they showed some of that scene in the trailer. It was still hilarious.
It was. Because they didn't show too much to where you know how
we didn't know exactly how to play.
Exactly. And so that
was so bad. That was maybe the most heartbreaking moment for me because like she almost died.
she
just
she
for all this
did.
blood against
She did just to make some money and to lose it all.
All of it was gone. They paid him. Oh man.
Best part for you.
Best part, period.
Yeah.
Good.
Like most heartwarming part.
Heartwarming. I think I really enjoyed, and this is weird for me. I genuinely enjoyed when we knew at the end with the fire that old buddy was gonna be a firefighter, but like when he took the thing off and came over and was like, yeah, like calmly, like it was a trope of like the heartthrob being so chill and cool,
right, and being a fireman, like
right,
that's
being a legit hero or whatever. But like that was cool for Drew, and it's like I hate in movies where a character has to be with a man or be with a woman or whatever the case may be. They actually went the other way. Like she didn't have anybody at all in the beginning. And she clearly had a crush on this dude, but
it wasn't even on her radar to be like, oh, get the job, get the man, like get this, and the whole checklist type thing.
It just kind of fell into place,
right?
And like it looked promising. Like I would watch if we want to do a sequel of like them like dating and falling in love. Like I watch that.
Right. I watched that. Okay, I changed my mind. I changed my mind about the sequel. If we can see them, like that'd be dope.
And I then like that. With Alyssa's character, like she breaks up with old buddy. She doesn't have a new prospect lined up,
right?
Which is
and cool. Nobody's crying for that failed relationship. It's just like I love how people can be empowered by self.
Yeah.
Especially when they come from situations where there's codependency. And so like I'm with it. I don't need to see her with someone to know that she's good. Yeah, and
I think that's the thing for me with Drew and Firefighter Bay. We know that that's happening, but it's not at the forefront.
Right.
The most important thing is that Gabrielle Dennis shows up and says, we know you're going to be perfect for this job.
Right. And the way, I think the way that Drew handled it, because even in that moment, she really could have shrunk.
Yeah.
She could have been still embarrassed about, the meeting that they had earlier that day. But the perseverance that she had remained. And, she was giving her, she was raving about, the event that she threw and everything like that. And she wasn't doing it for show.
Right.
Like that wasn't her intentions. That wasn't her motivation. Like, I'm trying to help my girl out. I'm trying to help me out too, so we can get this money. But, it wasn't, oh, I hope, them people see me and I say, oh, I know I had it. I know I'm this. I know I'm that. It just fell into place. Like you said, it's just happenstance. And I think it was beautifully presented to where it's just like, okay, hey, wow, she's here. Let me try this again. Yeah. And I think that's a lesson as well. Get back up.
Yeah.
Get back up. Take the shot again. You know what I'm saying? Like don't just give up and say, I took the shot, I missed it. Okay. Let's try again. Maybe from a different angle, maybe from a different viewpoint, different standpoint. Like it's okay to persevere. It's okay to be relentless in things. Keep going.
Yeah. Did you touch on your most heartwarming moment? Was it the same moment or you got something else from
So no, that was actually the one that I just was sharing. Like when she owned who she was. And I think, I am a firm believer that we were all born with a particular authority over that thing, that thing that we were created to do. And me owning my authority means that I gotta keep pushing. I gotta keep going. I can't just take no and lie down. And that doesn't mean, go out and beg somebody for something that they continue to tell you no. Like we said in this movie, it's more than one way. There's more than one avenue. Like you don't have to just stop and cease and just throw in the towel. Like try a different angle, try a different standpoint, viewpoint. Try to brainstorm. Maybe you pause for a little bit to kind of gather your thoughts and try to, analyze what you're doing, what you're saying, what you have, but keep going. And so that was the most heartwarming moment for me. And also shout out to Alyssa. When Keyshawn popped back up at the end, he see her in all her fullness and all her growth. And, though the words that she shared were Drew's, the way that Drew poured into her. And I think that's what friendship is. I pour into you.
Right.
So that you can proclaim these things about yourself and mean them.
Right.
Like she wasn't just, I didn't take it as her just saying it just to say it or just because, well, my girl says. It's just like, no, in that moment, she
believed it.
Those words.
Right.
Like they were, loaned to her, but she owned them. They became hers. And she said, no, you don't respect me. You don't like me. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah. And he moved on.
And no loss to her.
Right.
Goodbye.
I don't think she cared at all. I think she genuinely woke up at that point.
Right.
Overall, I could say like a lot of stuff happens in this movie, but they did not drag it out. There's no slow moments. Slowest moment is when they walked home, and that was maybe like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Of scenery before they jump back into the next thing. I think we said enough.
Agreed.
I think how you feel?
That we're gonna save Severance.
Yes, we are gonna save Severance. We're also still gonna do them top 5 movies.
Okay.
And I might do this. I'll do this as like a big pod, and then I'll split it as well and put it out individually.
When is Severance next episode?
Friday.
Okay. So maybe after the episode.
Yeah.
Because I'm stressed.
About Severance?
I'm stressed about Severance. I'm stressed. I need to know what's going on.
There's a lot to talk about. The one thing that I'm going to mention right now, I'm hoping this doesn't turn into a big conversation. We'll see. There are people theorizing that Helly is not Helly. That she's unsevered now. I think that's taking it too far, personally.
You think so?
I think I accepted at face value that Helly realizes that she's Helena and doesn't want to reveal that to the others because there's like some shame in that. I don't think that they went as far as to not sever her.
You don't think so? Even though they
made it sound like it would. Oh, and I guess
they listen, kids. It's a lot. It's a lot going on. I don't put anything past them, but I feel like they keep slipping stuff past me. And I told you I slick want to rewatch the first season because I feel like there are so many holes and so many and so many unanswered questions and so many things that I think I know and I don't think I know for real. And so
okay,
I wanna
that could happen.
I need to explore that, but yeah,
maybe we can do episode 1 and 2 when we do the next one. We'll do the movies and the Severance episode 1 and 2.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think that's enough podcast for today. Feedback is genuinely appreciated. We may be changing the name in the future. We'll test that one too. We'll see how that goes. But until next time, folks. Peace. Forge punch. can't find the song.
Oh gosh.